18 WJTS Sports presents the Evansville Memorial Tigers versus the Jasper Wildcats. This game's brought to you by DuBois County Tire and Supply, McDonald's, Carpet Warehouse, Eubler & Sons, Mariners Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, and Westside Dairy Queen. Now let's go down to the court.
Welcome to Jasper High School. Tonight the Jasper Wildcats are in another conference match against the Evansville Memorial Tigers. The Wildcats at 2-1 against Memorial, who stand at 1-1. Hello everybody, I'm Craig Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos on the video. And Jason, I know you don't really want to talk about this, but the loss against Lagodi, first loss of the season, game in which the Wildcats just shot 36% from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. Young hit 3 and Mundi hit a couple. But it seemed like we struggled a little bit against the zone. But I'm going to ask you to put your coaching hat on right now. And based on what you saw in that basketball game, where do you think the Wildcats need to improve after that ball game and their first loss?
Well, you alluded to the fact of the shooting percentage. Obviously it's tough to win games when you don't shoot the ball well. Mm-hmm. It was on the road, so it's a different environment. But, the basket and everything's the same, so there's nothing different there. I think, we obviously, Carrie and I talked about it at the game that night. It was the first time we had faced a zone defense.
Right.
So when teams play zone, it's going to clog up the middle with Gus and Connor in there.
Right.
So we've got to be able to shoot the ball from the outside. We have the capability to do that with Mundi. Young hit a couple nice shots up there the other night.
Right.
It's just a matter of we've got to be able to hit them.
Right.
And up there we didn't. And teams that watch that film, they're going to say, well, let's make them beat us from the outside.
Right.
So, I don't know what Memorial will do, whether they'll get man-to-man or whether they'll sit back in a zone. But, it was a good experience for us because, it was on the road, obviously, and we got to play against a different type of defense.
Right.
So,
we had three players in double figures. You mentioned Grant Young. He had 13 to lead the Wildcats. Foley had 10 and Mundi had 10. So it's kind of nice to see Grant kind of get involved in the offense and start to put some points on the board. All right, so this game is underway, and Memorial actually loses the ball out of bounds there. So Memorial, their starting lineup includes number 1, Graham. Blake Anderson's number 3. Leo Collins is 11. Agler's 22. And Tucker Tornada, 6'6" sophomore, is number 35, and the Wildcats with their same starting lineup with Ernie, Mundi, Young, Foley, and Heichelbeck on the floor right now. And there's Gus looking for his first three-pointer of the year. I don't think he's hit one yet, but that one comes up short.
And Memorial come out in a zone, 2-3 zone, 2-1-2, 2-3 zone. So we've got to be able to hit those shots from the outside or be able to do this. One way you beat a team that wants to play a zone defense is you beat them down the floor in transition.
And that's the thing. Tanner Ernie's been doing that this year. He's averaging 9 points a ball game, gets his first 2 points there, but he and Foley lead the team with a 67% field goal percentage, and the shot there does not go for number 11, Collins, so the Cats work it up quickly, trying to beat down before they can set up in that zone. But you get Mundi with a wide open shot, and it goes in and out. Foley cannot bring it down. Tornado does.
And that's one thing, with the zone, you got to be able to rebound against it because against a zone, when a shot goes up, there's not necessarily a guy to block out. Everybody turns and watches the ball. So from this offensive standpoint, we got to crash the boards.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we did a real good job of that the other night at Lagodi.
Well, and I've always said whenever I see a basketball team against a zone, I feel like there's holes out there, but you just got to find the open man in those right spots.
And that's exactly right. And the thing with it is you have to move the basketball. You can't stand in one spot and hold it. You got to move in and out and in and out. You got to play the inside-outside game. Looks like the officials are letting them play tonight.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, so Foley right down low wasn't able to get that shot up and in, and looked like a little bit of contact, but nothing called so far. So 5:58 on the clock, 2-0's our score as Gus ties his shoestrings there. And, again, this Memorial team 1-1 on the season. They beat Terre Haute South 58-47, but then the next night, this was last weekend, lost to Heritage Hills 61-57.
Yeah, it's kind of up and down. Well, I mean, you look at our season too. I mean, you know, we beat Bossy and then go and lose to Lagodi. So,
right.
I mean, I think it's kind of a microcosm. Both teams are really. It's just we played one more. But
Ernie cannot get that shot to go, and Tornado comes down with another board.
Tornado does a good job of rebounding inside. I mean, he's 6'6", so he should.
And the first 2 ball games, he's averaging 8.5 rebounds per game.
He's not a skinny kid either. I mean, he's got some size to him. They're going to get Ernie on the foul there.
All right, so that was Blake Anderson who made the drive there. He's actually his second leading scorer on this team at 12 points a game. However, he had 16 in that win against Terre Haute South. So he's got the ability to score as he attacked the basket there. But as you mentioned, first foul on the Wildcats called on Ernie, and that ball gets knocked away there by Moondy. So the Cats will have, or I'm sorry, the Tigers will hang on to it.
That's a tough pass to try to make to get through there, but Moondy did a good job playing defense on it, keep them from getting a layup.
Drive to the basket there by Agler. Doesn't go, and Foley's able to bring that down. That's going to be a reach right there on Jace Graham.
Jace Graham, his brother played a few years ago for Memorial. Those big IU fans will remember his dad. His dad played up at IU.
Pat Graham? Yep.
Yeah. I believe he was Mr. Basketball, I believe, from Floyd Central.
I think that was back in 89, I think, was the season he was Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
It was a big recruiting class the Cats had, or the Hoosiers had, with including Calvert Cheney. So Foley's able to hit his first shot of the night.
We did a good job there of attacking the seam in the zone. And that's what you got to do, because when you attack a seam, what you end up doing is you draw 2 defenders to you. So basically now you've got the number advantage on offense.
All right, so Memorial almost with a 5-second call there. Good defense by Tanner Ernie there, but now Graham backs it up. Jasper leads 4-0.
They've got to have a mismatch somewhere because Foley's guarding Graham, and I can't believe that that's how they would want that.
You got Gus on Tornado, so that's a good matchup. And now he's going to have to help right there as Foley, and he's not able to get the shot up and in.
He's had a couple point-blank shots. He can't finish them. But, again, he's only a sophomore, so.
Ball gets knocked away, but the Cats hang on. 3:48 on the clock, 4-0 lead. As that shot's way short, almost an air ball there for Carter Moondy.
He was out a little bit farther than what he normally shoots from.
Collins with a nice jumper there, but cannot go. So Memorial still looking for their first points of the basketball game. Jasper leading 4-0 with 3:30 on the clock here in the first quarter.
We talked about last week about the short corner, and that's where Foley was at there again. Against the zone, that's the spot that's open. And I know from our knowing well, they can't throw it in the ocean.
I know, right now they're struggling. 5 minutes into the ball game, still no score for the Tigers. Gus with a 3 and misses a little short on there, and it goes off the top of the backboard. So we got subs coming in.
Beekler's coming in, Albrand's coming in, and now Englert's going to be in.
And let's see what we got with Memorial. 13 is Harding, and number 4, that's Caleb Elfsperman, their all-conference quarterback for the Memorial football squad this year. Ball gets knocked away. 2:59 on the clock. Jasper 4, Tigers 0. Number 22, Connor Agler, has been their leading scorer, averaging 15 points per ball game. Double figures in both games, 13 against Terre Haute South and 17 against Heritage Hills. Race down the court there, gives it up. And the ball just slips right out of the hands of Collins. And Jasper goes the other way. Foley comes up with it and gets the bucket over there and a foul. Foley leads the Wildcats in steals this year. And he gets a big one there. And the Wildcats now lead 6-0.
I don't know, Memorial, has had an awful lot of trouble holding on to the basketball. I mean, they've made some passes that look like they've went right out of their hands. They've dribbled the ball off, you know.
Even the shot went right out of his hand.
Yeah.
Foley misses badly on that free throw, though.
Lane violation on number 11, I believe, Collins.
Okay. So Foley will get a chance to redeem himself here. And misses again.
It's kind of like the old ABA days where you got 3 to make 2.
Yeah. I was actually watching a NBA Classic game recently, and it's, you know, imagine Larry Bird back in the day where he was able to, because they experimented with that I think 1 or 2 years in Bird's early career. Yeah. It's like, that's not fair, especially with a guy like Bird, but there's a three-pointer finally on the board for the Memorial Tigers, and that's Elbsperman. 6 3's our score, 2:16 to go here in the first.
See, there's where we need to get, I think it's Young. He needs to penetrate into that gap of those 2 defenders. Right there, if he would have penetrated, he would have got Young wide open. If I don't know who it was, Englert, I believe.
Yeah.
He would have drew that defense there.
Three-pointer, so just like that, 2 shots down the court. And we got a tie ball game with 1:47 to go in the first, 6-all.
See, we pick up our dribble out there. Penetrate, go. That's nice interior passing.
And a nice shot fake there by Beekler. He put it up and in. (8-6) Jasper, 2-point lead. All right, so Collins to Anderson. Memorial keeping it on the perimeter right now. Feed down low, and there's another easy bucket. So 3 trips down, and Memorial has scored each time.
That was a nice cut, nice pass.
Tie ball game at 8 with 49 seconds to go. All right, so Foley gets the bucket there. So that stops the action briefly as the ball got knocked away. Jasper with a 10-8 lead right now.
And Elbsperman, I think, is the reason they stopped it. He was hobbling down in front of the bench, and he came out of the game. So I'm not sure what he did, turned an ankle or something, but they put number 12 in the game, and I'm not sure who that is. I don't have my glasses.
Dominic Norman right there. So I got mine on. So.
Okay.
Thank God one of us.
Yeah.
All right, so the Cats putting a little pressure here with 36 seconds. Anderson's able to get it across here. So now you got Agler with 26 seconds. He gives it up.
Need to play good, solid man-to-man defense here. Don't allow them a good, easy shot. They'll run the clock down here till 10 or so and then set up a play probably.
All right, so that's Ernie against Agler as they try to set a ball screen, but he goes the opposite way. Goes up, high off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound, though, comes down and put up and in by Norman. So that ties the ball game here. So Memorial on their last 4 possessions score on each one after not scoring for about the first 6 minutes of the quarter. It's a 10-10 ball game at the end of 1 here on 18 WJTS. Jasper have the basketball. 10-10's our score. Start the second quarter here. Memorial staying in that 2-3 zone.
Jasper's got Ernie, Albrand, Mundy, Heichelbeck, and Beekler in there right now. Oh.
And a turnover just like that. So Norman gets it up and then gets it right back there. Now over to Agler. 23's in the ball game, Luke Lawrence. So Memorial going deep in their bench early on in this basketball game. Drive there, and the shot is up and in for Agler, so he's got 4, and Memorial now has a 2-point lead.
That offense they run, I mean, it's basically set up for him. They send 2 guys high, and he kind of goes off either side, left or right, and they got guys in the corner, and you either got to make up your mind to help and leave your guy open, as Mundy misses that 3, but You either got to help and leave your guy open, or he's going to go to the basket.
Three-point shot there. Rattles high and almost went back in.
Yeah, it hit the cross or the support bar on the top.
All right, so Foley checks back in. Beekler will sit. Tigers with a 2-point lead. Played 1 minute of the second quarter here. Second conference game for the Wildcats. First one so far for Memorial, so.
We're standing around too much tonight on offense. See, Jack had the right idea. He started to go to that gap, but then he stopped.
Gus cannot find the range. 0 for 3 from 3.
We're settling too much for the outside jump shot. I mean, we're not. The other night at Lagodi, we did a good job of going inside and outside. Tonight, we don't have any of the inside part. That's going to be a foul on Gus. But we don't have the interior pass and let the defense go in to help on the inside and then kick it out for an outside shot.
So Tornado's back in for Memorial, number 35, and Grant Young comes in for Albran. Long three-point shot there, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Luke Lawrence. So Memorial, after their slow start, have outscored the Wildcats 15-4. And Gus finds one in the lane.
Because he was moving. He was cutting to the basket, and we got him the ball, and he made the basket.
Drive to the basket, kick to the corner, and a three-shot does not go for Harding, number 13, but there's a good rebound and put back there by Norman, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Mundy's going to pick up that foul, I believe. Carter tried to block the guy out, but he didn't get enough body on him. I mean, it looked like he could have called over the back, but when you go to block a guy out, you got to get him out of there. We let him push you in too close to the basket.
All right, so Memorial misses their first foul shot of the night. 15-12 our score, 5:43 to go here in the second quarter. Memorial with a 3-point lead, now 4. 3 points for Norman, and here come the Wildcats again against that 2-3 zone.
So there's where you got to look opposite like Gus did.
All right, Young pops one.
And that's what's open when you do that.
First three-pointer of the night for the Wildcats makes it a 1-point game. Tigers still lead 16-15. Tornado attacks the lane. Tough handle there, but Memorial recovers. Graham will drive, get the shot up, short. Battle for the rebound. Foley looked like he was out of bounds, but no call. And it's going to be a jump ball on the floor.
There was about 2 fouls. All kinds of stuff could have been called there, and they just swallowed their whistle and let them play.
There's a threat of serious thunderstorms later on. Maybe these refs want to get this ball game over quickly so they can get out of here.
It could be. Maybe they rode their motorcycle and they want to get home before it rains.
There's a song about that. Rode my motorcycle in the rain, Billy Joel.
Yeah.
You may be right. I'll be singing that tomorrow night. 16-15, Tigers with a 1-point lead. Long three-pointer, he's hit one before, he's hit another. That is number 23, Luke Lawrence. And now it's a 19-15 game. Memorial's run continues.
Connor's got to get rid of the ball.
Grant Young, though, he comes right back. So Young, 6 points for him, both from 3 on the last 2 possessions. Back to 1-point game. Tigers 19, Jasper 18. Thing is, you're talking about a mismatch. Foley's been on Graham almost.
I know it.
Every time he's been out there. Long three-pointer doesn't go. Foley pulls it down. Gus attacks. Short.
He got
Gets
by
his
with
own rebound, yeah.
A charge.
Charge, maybe a walk there. Graham brings it down. Tough handling, good defense there by both Ernie and Mooney to shut that off. Another three-pointer is dropped, so Memorial's last 3 possessions have all been threes. Agler hits this one.
We got to do a better job. We did a good job of stopping the transition, but then we got to find our assignment on defense and get to them.
Gus cannot get that one to go.
Oh.
Graham drives. Gets it out to the wing. 3-point shot doesn't go there for Anderson.
I'll tell you what, they ain't scared to shoot it.
No, not at all.
Catch it and get it up there.
Grant Young has to force it out to the corner.
There you go. Make the extra pass.
Oh, they call a late call actually there.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I thought they were going to let it go.
All right, so Mooney's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So fouls have been scarce so far in this basketball game, 3 on each. So Tornado picks that one up, his first personal foul. So Mooney, who pops for 83% from the line, misses that first one.
Albrand and Beekler are back in for Jasper, and I'm not sure who came in. The big boys, Tornado's back, I think.
Yep. All right, so 1 for 2 there for Mooney. Cats now 1 of 3 from the foul line. 3:16 to go. 3-point ball game. Memorial with the lead, 22-19. Open for another 3, doesn't go, but Tornado gets the bucket on the rebound.
He just happened to be in the right place at the right time there. It just kind of fell right to his hands.
Right. Mooney gets a wide open look. He pops it from the top of the key. So Mooney gets his first 3-pointer of the ball game. Cats have hit 3 in this quarter. It's a 2-point game, 24-22. Memorial still up. 2:42 to go. Cats not laying off that man-to-man, been sticking with it the whole way against Memorial, who's been sticking with their zone. Wide open 3-point shot does not go. Battle for the rebound, that's Mooney, and boy, if they're not gonna call it there, they're not calling anything tonight. That was Collins all over the back of him. Cats have a chance to tie or take the lead. Mooney wants it. Long 3-pointer doesn't go. Battle for the board, and Cats get the long one right over to Mooney now to the corner, and he's going to be way short there. Albrand, though, comes down with it, and he gets knocked away. Now here comes Agler. Shot up and in. So he's having a quarter.
We've got to do a better job of getting back on defense.
I agree. All right, so Albrand trying to get in on the fun, doesn't get it.
And quit settling for all these 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Graham will drive against Foley, kicks out, 3-pointer on the way. Tornado, 6'6" frame, brings that one down.
he's got a mismatch down here, but they don't get him the ball.
Tornado's feeling it.
I was going to say, I'd let him shoot out there all night, I believe.
Albrand drives, and he draws the contact, will shoot 2. So Blake Anderson will pick up that personal foul. So both teams picking up the pace as far as being trigger happy with their shots.
Yeah, the shooting percentage ain't very good again tonight. I mean, we don't keep it, but I can't. Free throws either.
Yeah. Cats are just 1 of 4 now as Albrand misses his first. 4-point game, Tigers lead, 26-22. Now it's 26-23. So Albrand 1 of 2 there at the stripe. Quickly across as we come close to a minute or so. Agler will drive, and he gets another bucket. So he is on fire in this quarter. 9 points for him, 11 overall, 9 in the quarter. And at the 1-minute mark, Jasper finds themselves down by 5.
I got a feeling at the halftime that there was going to be a lot of discussion about the defense.
Foley attacks. No call, though.
I mean, they could have called a foul on both guys.
Either way.
Foley just
there was
put
definitely
his
contact there.
Yeah, Foley put his shoulder down and just charged right into the guy, and then the guy fouled him too, and I guess they figured just give him the ball back.
Yeah, I think he was playing tight end again there.
It looked like it.
All right, 28-23, 49 seconds, Cats with the ball. Foul situation not really there since they're not calling anything. 4 on the Tigers, 3 on the Cats. Three-pointer goes. Allbrand pops his first of the year, I believe. There, that's a big one.
Yeah, might be.
That is a big one right there to make it a 2-point game. 30 seconds. And Tigers look like they're going to hold for 1 here. Agler gives it up. Anderson with a three-pointer. High rebound comes down, battle, and the clock is going to run out. So, well, 28-26 our score. A physical ball game. And I think the main reason why is because they're letting them be physical, Jay.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, you have to be able to adapt to how the officials are calling the game. You know, and obviously they're not calling much tonight, so it's going to be a physical game. You got to be able to put up with it and score. You know, when you're going to get a lot of contact, you got to be able to finish with contact. So, you know, like I said a little bit ago, I think, you know, the biggest thing that coach is probably going to harp on, or I would think one of the points that he's going to get after them at halftime is the defensive end. I mean, it's not that we've give up a lot of points, but they've had a lot of wide open shots. I mean, if they wouldn't have come out shooting as poorly as they did to start the game, they'd be up 10 or more.
You're right.
Because they've had open shots.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the points that he'll probably, you know, kind of get after them a little bit at halftime maybe.
Well, the three-point shooting was a little bit better for the Wildcats there in that second quarter, hitting 4 of them with Grant Young popping a couple. Allbrand hit 1 and Carter Moondy. So I mentioned at the beginning what you wanted to see improve there. I think in that second quarter we started to hit that shot against that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't think our ball movement's as good tonight as what it was in Lagodi.
Okay.
I think, you know, in Lagodi we got the ball down into that short corner a lot more times, and when we did, we were able to do something with it, like look opposite, look to the top of the key, and that's what gets those shooters wide open shots.
Yeah.
Is doing that. And tonight I just feel like we're settling for 1 or 2 passes, and we're settling for, it's an open three-pointer, but it's not a great three-pointer.
Right.
You know, as a coach, I think you look at it, a shot can be a good shot if it's attempted after 6 or 8 passes, but that same shot's not a good shot if it was after 1 or 2 passes.
Right. All right, well, we'll take a halftime break here. Memorial with a 2-point lead, 28-26 here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're set to start the third quarter and second half here. The Memorial Tigers with a 2-point lead over the Jasper Wildcats. 10-10 after first quarter, and Memorial outscores the Wildcats 18-16 in that second quarter. Of course, we saw a lot of big three-pointers. 3 of them popped by Memorial in the second quarter. Agler hit 1, but 2 from Luke Lawrence off the bench. And the Wildcats hit 4 three-pointers, with Moondy hitting 1, Grant Young hit a couple, and Jack Allbrand popped 1 there. So 28-26, and the Wildcats, of course, will come out with their starting lineup, and we'll see if Memorial sticks with theirs. As I mentioned, Luke Lawrence was the hot man there for a little bit there, but they will start their same starters with Collins, Anderson, Jace Graham, Agler, and Tucker Tornado. And Memorial will start the second half. Agler led all scores in the first half with 11 points. Wildcats were led by both Grant Young 6 and Foley also had 6 in the first half.
See what our defense looks like here to start the second half. Yeah. Dare him to shoot that.
Drive to the basket, does not go. Battle. And Memorial hangs on possession here.
Who was that to come out of there? Agler. Well, maybe not.
Oh, man, I tell you. Tornado fired up after hitting that three-pointer.
Agler come out of there with that offensive rebound between Foley and Heichelbeck, and he's gives up probably 6 inches to him.
Foley has to split that double team, but a hand is put on by Leo Collins, and they call that foul. Seen a lot worse in the first half, not called, but.
Yeah, I hope that this doesn't go the opposite. A lot of times these games will do that. You know, the second half they'll nickel and dime you to death. And from a player's standpoint, it's hard to play in a game like that because you don't know what you can get by with and what you can't.
All right, so Gus, spin move there, but then the collapse on the defense draws the contact. Memorial leads 31-26, 6:57 to go here. Third quarter action just underway here. Craig Schneider, Jason Stamm, and Jeremy Markos bringing the action here on 18 WJTS. Gus so far hitting 80% of his foul shots and pops that one. 3 points for Gus. Need to get back up to his 11-point average, and that helps right there. He's got 4.
Shooter's touch there, hit the front of the rim and it rolled in.
3-point basketball game, 31-28. Look at that move.
No.
And it did not go there for Collins.
It did everything but go in.
Right. Got good position, got down in a good spot down there, couldn't get it. Now the Cats will battle on the floor there. We're going to call a held ball, so Cats will have the basketball here. 31-28.
Got sloppy with our passing there a little bit.
So has Memorial impressed you with anything so far in this ball game, Jake?
Well, I would have to say their three-point shooting after the first, probably 2 or 3 minutes of the first quarter, They've kind of switched their defense a little bit. They're more in a 2-1-2 zone now, and it might not really have been a switch, but.
Ernie trying to put that back up, and Foley fouls it there, but.
And that's what we've got to have, because they don't have the size outside of Tornado to go with Gus and those guys, and Foley.
Scott Yarborough to my right now. Now I'm just surrounded by basketball knowledge. All right, so the Cats come quickly the other way. And there's a hammer right there. Agler fouls Young.
Mundy.
I'm sorry, it was Mundy.
Yeah.
All right, so Mundy will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 of 2 so far tonight. I'll go buy you one if you need it. Scotty tried to steal my water there.
You got to watch him. He can be sly on things.
All right, first foul shot goes for Mundy. So he's got 5 points in the ball game. And short on that, so he's 2 of 4 from the line, but good rebound there by Foley, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 after the foul.
That was a good hustle. He battled it, batted it up in the air and stayed after it and got it, went up for the shot and got fouled.
So second foul called on Tornado, and that's the 4th foul on the Tigers. Man, Cats miss another free throw. So Foley 0 for 2 so far tonight. Shooting just 53% from the line on the season, so he can at least make the second, but he does not. So he's 0 for 3 now.
You can't have empty trips like that at the line.
So we're even 31 right now.
You get an advantage there because you got, they've committed 4 fouls and 2 of them have been shooting fouls already. So, we've had opportunities to go to the free throw line on those early fouls without even being in the bonus.
Right. All right, so Foley picks up his first foul, first team foul for the Cats. Good job by Ernie to.
I'm a little surprised that they don't use Graham a little bit more with.
Agler can't get that shot to go, but Tornado cleans it up. So he's got 7 points now, 5 in the quarter.
They've got Foley trying to guard Graham, and I'm surprised that they don't let him go a little more one-on-one with him. I mean, Connor's athletic, but he's trying to guard a guy that's a lot smaller and quicker.
Right.
And so far they haven't done anything with it, but see they've put that guy in the middle. He's up a little bit higher now. It's almost a 3-2 zone.
Five minutes left in the quarter. 33-31. Memorial with the 2-point lead.
That's what we need to be patient. Work the ball. Let your offense have a chance to get somebody open in it.
Tanner drives and can't get it to drop, though. Beautiful drive to the lane there, but did not finish.
Yeah, and as a coach, you can't be disappointed with that. I mean, you know, they moved the ball around. Tanner made a nice drive, but like you said, he just didn't finish it.
4:26 on the clock as the ball gets knocked out of bounds there. And Memorial will hang on, so Albrand's going to check in. Tanner's going to sit. Beekler coming in. So Memorial, coached by Heath Howington, spent 8 seasons at North Posey before going 8-11 his first year at Memorial last season. Good job by Beekler to prevent that shot from going up. Of course, John Gable, 15th year at Jasper, and he questions what's going on with that call.
I thought he blocked it. I mean, I thought that was.
Graham doesn't hit that shot, and the ball goes off. Mundy there.
Yeah, he went to get the rebound, and it was kind of over his head. He just kind of got a hand on it.
Right. (33-31), 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. The thing is, you're talking about Graham against Foley, and he's guarded him this entire game.
Yeah.
Agler drives, can't get it to go. Tornado keeps it alive, and Agler comes down with it. And now gets knocked away. Foley has it, so another steal for him. Agler knocks it away right into the hands of Mundy. Mundy in the corner.
Again, be patient, move the basketball, penetrate into them seams. See right, yeah, there you go.
Good stop and pop, but it does not go. Another point-blank shot doesn't go, but Foley cleans up. All right, so Foley's got 10 points now. And we got a stop in the action as Tornado got popped in the eye there. Tied at 33 with 3:35 to go here in the third quarter, and a couple subs for the Tigers include number 13 Harding and also number 12 Norman's back in the ball game. Agler drives and gets cut off. And a steal right there by Beekler. So Michael having a nice ball game, and the ball gets knocked away, and then that's a kind of a lazy foul there called on Grant Young.
Foolish foul when you're that 3/4 of the way from the basket. You know, I mean, there again, you know, young guys in high school, they do that so many times. They commit a turnover, and then they compound it by committing a foul right after the turnover. Just hustle back on defense. Turnovers are going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't want to compound it.
There's Graham one-on-one against Foley, and Foley wins that battle. Beekler, nice shot fake again, but he gets fouled from behind. He'll shoot two. That's going to be on Dominic Norman, I think his second foul.
See, that's 5 team fouls. How many free throws have we shot this quarter already?
We have shot 6, 3 of 6 from the line so far.
So 3 out of the 5 fouls have been shooting, and
it's to their benefit.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. Yeah, I mean it's gonna hurt them down the road because, I mean, we're gonna be in the bonus here, and right shortly. But if you can't hit free throws, it doesn't do you any good to get in the bonus.
Right. All right, so Beak could get another one and misses that. 0 for 2.
And that's frustrating as a coach because, I've been to Coach Gable's practices. They shoot free throws, they shoot them, and they work on it. But, a lot of it comes down to just concentration.
Right. 3 of 8 from the line here in this quarter. Tie ball game still, and there's a travel not called, and then high off the glass, but he gets his own rebound. So Norman battled on that one and comes up with the second effort.
They're just playing harder right now than what we are. I mean, when the ball goes up, they're hustling. They got 2 guys, scrambling after it and everything else.
Mundi, nothing but the bottom of the net. So Mundi, 2 3-pointers on the night, 8 points. Cats have a lead now, 36-35 with 2:11 to go. Third quarter. Norman drives, and they're saying he was passing it away, so it's not a shooting foul here, but that's going to go on Foley. 2 on.
Ernie's in for Mundi.
All right, so Memorial's going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. 2:03 to go. Jasper 36, Tigers 35 on 18 WJTS. Tigers will inbound. Actually, Caleb Elpsman is back in the ball game. Number 4, he'll inbound underneath their basket. Agler has it there. Grant Young on him. Now gives it up top. Elpsman tries to feed it across. Battle on the floor. Still battling down there. It's Grant Young for the Wildcats against 2 Memorial players, and they call a jump ball as Agler started to throw some elbows there.
Yeah, they just kind of let him go. I mean, it was, and to the officials' defense there, nobody really had control of it.
Right.
They're all just kind of in there in a little scrum trying to get it.
Right.
I mean, as an official, who do you call a foul on? Because you got 3 guys laying on the floor fighting for it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not, the fans don't necessarily see it that way. They see guys in there fighting, basically.
Yeah.
They think you should call a foul, but who do you call it on?
Oh, I know. Because Grant Young was just as aggressive as Agler going after that ball.
Yeah.
All right, so the Tigers get into their offense, and they're going to call a foul on Grant Young there.
See, now that's the foul right there. As a defender, Grant has no idea
what he's doing wrong.
Yeah, because he got by with it the whole game.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, with 1:40 in the third quarter, they're going to call that
stuff. Yeah. All right, so Agler gets an open lane there, puts the left-handed shot up and in, so he's got 13 points in the ball game and gives the Tigers a 1-point lead, 37-36 with 1.5 to go.
Agler does a good job of using that double screen and getting to the rim. And like I said, they're making that defender in the corner make a decision, who are you going to guard.
Foley gets cut off, and he's double team on the baseline there. And
Coach Gable called the 30.
Right. Okay, so we'll take a break. 37-36, minute 13 to go here in the third on 18 WJTS. All brand inbound for the Wildcats here. Try to set up a play there to the corner, but didn't work out for Mundi. Now Beekler has it. England in the ball game.
Got to get it inside. Connor's open. He's got his defensive guy behind him. Get him the ball. We're not a very good interior passing team. I mean, we don't know when and how to get the ball in there where it needs to be.
Right. Mundi can't hit that jumper, but good job here by Engler to hang on to it. So 36 seconds now, but Cats stay aggressive. Now I think the Cats are going to call it off here to 25 seconds and hold for 1. Tigers with a 1-point lead, 37-36. We're down to 19 seconds here in the third.
We should have some kind of set play that will run out of this to get a shot, I would think.
There's a steal by Elpsperman. Feeds it off, and left-handed shot is up and in by Luke Elpsperman. So brother to brother there. Gives the Tigers a 3-point lead as the Cats can't hit the last-second shot there. So the Tigers 39, Jasper 36 after 3. They're on 18 WJTS. All right, Jason, it's the fourth quarter. Cats down by 3.
Yeah, looks like Memorial is half-court trap possibly.
Yeah.
They're going to try to spread things out a little bit more.
Tanner gets to the lane, gets a shot up and in. So he gets his first bucket since the first quarter. Makes it a 1-point game, 7:37 to go here, just underway in the fourth. Tigers with a 1-point lead, 39-38. Drive to the lane there, shot up, it does not go, but Evan Harding will go to the line to shoot 2.
Gus needs to move his feet there and stay between the ball and the rim.
Yeah.
He kind of got out of position and then didn't have much choice but to commit the foul there at the end.
So second foul called on Gus, and that free throw goes in. First points of the night for Evan Harding. And right here in the fourth quarter to start things off for the Tigers. Perfect on both. 41-38. Mundi from the corner doesn't go. Battle for the rebound comes down to Harding. So Memorial with a 3-point lead now, 7:03 to go. See how they operate their offense here with the lead. You know Agler's going to stay aggressive, and Grant Young almost came up with the steal there.
I think we need to, instead of trying to make that steal, we need to try to make sure we're back off of them a little bit and keep them from penetrating, because that's where they're killing us, is on their penetration.
Right.
And we get out and we put a lot of ball pressure on it, but like right there, you know, that's a nice play. I mean, you know, he hesitated, he got his defensive guy to relax just a little bit, and he took it to the basket. Beekler's in for Gus.
We haven't seen Gus with much action here in the second half. So a 3-point lead for the Tigers. They'll have the basketball here as they wipe off some sweat off the floor there. Which is a nice job by Grant Young to recover defensively. They're block out from behind. So when it comes to Memorial, is Agler impressing you out there with his play? Number 22?
Yeah, he does a pretty good job. I mean, he's a floor leader out there. He's a senior. You know, I'm sure he's got quite a bit of experience. Memorial kind of goes the way he goes, and that's what you need there's a nice defensive play from behind by Beekler to knock it off of him. But you know, good teams, that's how they go how their point guard goes.
Yeah. You
know, if he keeps things under control, keeps them calm, then they play well. And that's kind of what I see with Agler. With, you know, he does a very good job of that. Again, just be patient. Don't force anything.
Again, there's no shot clock.
No.
So Tanner gets to the lane, but then gets in trouble, and the ball gets knocked away. And Memorial calls a quick timeout there. So Tanner got to the spot that he likes to get to in that lane, but just kind of got held up there and didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated a little bit before, instead of going straight up with the shot like he normally does. And then when he did that, that gave the defense time to reach in and knock it away, and resulted in, you know, a loose ball.
All right, so let's take a break. 41-38, Jasper trailing by 3, 6:06 to go here in the fourth on 18 WJTS. All right, so Tigers with the basketball after the steal. 41-38. Got the steal and the timeout there to hang on to the possession. 6:06 to go here. Again, a conference game for both of these teams. First one for Memorial, second one for the Cats. Cats are 1-0 in the conference after that win against Boise, so big things on the line here early on in this season.
Yeah, I'm looking at the conference this year in basketball. I mean, about every night it's going to be a dogfight when you play a conference game.
Right. So there's a steal there, but tried to feed it over to Tanner Ernie, but Grant Young gets 2 shots blocked down low, and Tornado comes up with it. So the Tigers doing the job defensively there.
I thought the first one was a clean block. The second one I thought was a foul. But the way the game's going tonight, obviously they don't call anything.
Now they'll shots.
Now they'll end up calling a hand check down on the other end,
right,
probably. But
all right, so Norman has fully come out on him. Collins now. Collins hit a 3-pointer early on in the ball game. Hasn't had a bucket since. At the 5-minute mark now, Tigers with a 3-point lead and controlling the basketball.
Well, that Lawrence kid come in the first half there and hit a couple deep threes,
yeah,
and hasn't played since.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be a foul right there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's out there, he's working his butt off, and, you know, down here you let them basically de-head each other, and then you want to go down there on that end and call that.
Right. All right, so Blake Anderson comes back in the ball game. Second leading scorer on this team, averaging 12 points after the first 2 games, has not scored tonight. And there's a give and go. Agler can't get the shot to go, though, and Cats come down with the board. Here comes Carter Moondy. Cross court over to Tanner Ernie. No real threat to shoot. Again, the Cats trail by 3 with 4:18 to go here.
We just don't have no inside game. I mean, we don't, you know, you watch, you know, Beekler's supposed to be the inside guy now. Now Foley's got a good post position.
Foley muscles his way to a shot, but comes up short.
So, to me, there was 2 fouls. Foley committed one by lowering his shoulder, and then they committed one when he was trying to shoot.
Well, obviously something right there that Heath Howington didn't like, so he calls a timeout, and the fans let the officials know what they think. So 41-38, 3:57 to go when we come back here on 18 WJTS. All right, the Tigers will inbound. Set play trying to get it down to Agler there, and gets knocked out of bounds, and the Cats will have the basketball. Goes off Agler.
Well, they called a foul on Agler. I don't know, again, I'm not sure where that was, but they called a foul on him for holding or something, but hell, he had the ball.
I know. All right. I guess we'll take it. Neither team in a bonus yet. Both teams with 6.
This is kind of the rubber match game tonight. I believe the Jasper's freshman team lost to Memorial, but the JVs beat Memorial. So every time when we play Memorial, it's like a triple header.
Foley finally gets that opening on the baseline, gets a quick bucket. So it's a 1-point game, 41-40, 3.5 to go.
So there again, we got the ball inside and had an opportunity to create something from it.
12 points for Connor. See if the Cats can get another stop here. Agler gives it up. 3-point shot on the way is short. Battle. Cats come up with it. Down to 3 minutes. Cats can take the lead here on this possession.
Just need to be patient. There's the short corner, skip pass.
Good decision by Connor to kick that back out because he's facing a double team every time he's in that lane.
Yeah.
It's like right there, but he muscles his way and he'll go to the line to shoot too. All right, so Foley have to earn him from the stripe, but he's not done very well. He's 0 for 3 so far. See if he can change that here in this fourth. 2 shots coming. 3rd foul called on Tornado.
Yeah, every foul from now on is going to be free throws for somebody, but it's going to come down to who's going to hit the most of them. And as of right now, I wouldn't want to take my chance with Jasper because we haven't hit too many tonight.
I'm seeing too mmany circles and not too many dots on my score sheet right now. Let's put a dot here to tie the game, Connor. Here we go. Attaboy. 1-2 makes it a 41-41 game. 2:42 to go. We're getting down to crunch time here.
Yeah, it comes down to now who executes. Execution and free throws.
Oh, they call an offensive foul on the pick there. This is going to go on Blake Anderson. And I guess player control, so no free throws there. So that's, oh, was that on Tornado?
Yeah, it was on Tornado. That's 4 on him, so that could be big.
Yeah, especially with the battle that he's had with Foley down low. I don't know if they have anybody else that can handle Connor's size. Cats can take the lead now.
Don't go away from doing what we were doing.
Oh, ball gets kicked away.
How's that not a kick?
Graham drives to the lane, kicks out the Tornado. He thought about it, then wisely backs up. 2:10 on the clock. Tie ball game at 41. Drive to the lane there. Scoop shot. Does not drop. So Memorial having a tough time finding buckets. Missed 2 on that time, and then a steal, and then the Cats get it right back. Good aggressiveness by Leo Collins. Cats just have to protect the basketball here and get a good shot. 1:49 now. Gus has it. Mundi, ice in his veins. He hits a 3. He's got 3 of them tonight, 10 points, and the Cats with a 3-point lead with a minute and a half to go, 44-41. Good shot in the lane there for number 11, Leo Collins. He's got 5. Trims it to 1. Jasper still leads 44-43, coming down to 110, 109.
Now they're in man-to-man.
Okay, so John Gable wants to call a timeout and have his team under control for this final minute of basketball. We'll take a break. 44-43. Cats lead the Tigers on 18 WJTS. Timeout here, Jason. You saw Memorial switch to that man-to-man, as you mentioned there. You think they'll stick with that?
You know, and that as a coach, like Coach Gable, you have to say, okay, if they're in a man, do this. If they're in a half-court trap, we got to be ready. You got to be ready for all kinds of different things. You know, they look like now they may be settling back into the 2 or 3-2 zone, but now the top guy's going to go up. I got an inkling that they're going to trap out of it. Yeah.
All right, so they actually didn't come over to trap, but now they do. So again, just be careful with the basketball. Get a good look here, and if you get fouled, like you said, hit the foul shots.
Yeah, and if I'm Memorial, I would probably go after Ernie, maybe, or Foley. If he ever touches it, they're called timeout. Ooh,
that was close.
Yeah.
Gus has it. Now he gets fouled right there. So Agler commits the personal with 35.3. Jasper has a chance to build this to a 3-point lead if they hit both. So Heichelbeck is 2 for 2 from the line.
Memorial's making a couple substitutions, getting Anderson and Elpsman back in, I think.
Cats have their starters on the floor right now. So it is a 1-and-1. 9th foul on the Tigers. 3rd foul on Agler. Beautiful. Gus pops it. 3 for 3 for him tonight. 5 points.
I feel pretty good with him at the line.
Soft touch. Big, big, big free throws as the Cats make a defensive adjustment. Gus will sit. Beekler in. All right, so a 3-point lead, 35.3. We'll see if Memorial aggressively tries to score quickly.
They got 2 timeouts left, so I would look for them to possibly go after a 2 here and then try to call timeout.
All right, so Foley gets called for that foul, though.
Yeah, he got called for it before the guy got there for the shot.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough call.
All right, so the Cats make the offensive adjustments. Now Memorial makes their adjustments. So Gus is back in the ball game. Agler's going to go to the line to shoot 2. He's not shot one yet tonight.
Albrand's going to come in for Ernie.
Okay.
They're trying to get their free throw shooting team in there now, or ball handlers and free throw shooters.
Right.
Because they're obviously, you know, they can't tie it, so they're going to have to put a lot of pressure on them.
Agler pops the first one. So I've got him with 16 points tonight.
He's a nice little ball player.
Absolutely.
Blue collar, works hard. Like we said a while ago, I don't think he's come out of the game.
So he pops them both and makes it a 1-point game. So big free throws by the Tigers there. And we got a timeout on the floor. 26.3 to go, 46-45. Jasper will have the ball when we come back on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Tigers call a timeout, obviously setting up their full court press here, Jason.
Yeah, we've got to take care of the basketball. We've got our best ball handling team in there. They're gonna set a full court press up here. And the best way you do that is just move the ball. Don't hold it.
Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, Cats hang on to it though. They got to get it across though. And we got a timeout called by John Gable. He ran all the way across the 10-second line there to get that timeout called.
Yeah.
Man.
And, you know, and the thing with these, when teams press is, you know, the ball went in, first pass went into Gus. Gus stood there with the ball over his head.
Well, of course they're going to
and
attack
all
him.
that does is let the defense get to you.
Right.
As you see them coming, pass, pass.
It's got to be quick.
You can pass the ball and move the ball faster than anybody can move their body out there.
Right.
You know, you don't, in this situation, I don't want somebody to get fouled. I want you guys, I want them to pass, make them chase, let them chase for 17 seconds. They can't do anything if they can't get to the ball. So we need to move the ball. Don't catch it, dribble, don't catch it and hold it over your head, because when they come to trap, that means 2 guys are guarding you. That means there's 4 guys, somebody's going to be open.
Well, you can even see it right there when it went right into Gus. I mean, he kind of hesitated and allowed that to happen. But again, if they're going to double team, somebody's wide open somewhere. But, you know, you can get that ball to him a lot quicker if you just get it out of your hands immediately. Oh, we got a foul on the inbounds before the ball was even thrown in. So that's going to go on Agler, and I think that's his 4th.
Yeah, and it was against Mundi, so that's a plus.
Absolutely. Man, that's a huge bonus for the Cats here.
And it's double bonus, so he's got 2.
Yep.
No pressure on the first one.
All right, so Carter Mundi, 83% coming in tonight. However, he's 2 for 4. These are big ones here, and misses that one. So he's struggling from the line tonight. 2 of 5 now.
Definitely want this one, because it's put it to a 2-point game. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Memorial's got 10 team fouls. Jasper's got 7, so both teams are obviously shooting free throws.
Jasper 3 of 5 from the line here in the 4th quarter. Got to make it 4 of 6. And Mooney misses both. Here come the Tigers. 16 seconds. They have a chance to win this basketball game, down by 1. Agler wants it. Waits for the screen. Now Foley picks him up. He makes the move. Kicks to the corner. 3-pointer on the way. In and out. Doesn't go. Jasper comes down with the rebound. And they're going to win this basketball game. They did call a foul, though. That's going to be on Agler, and that's his 5th.
Yeah, Tanner Ernie got by with a foul down there big time. He just pushed, who was it, Tornado. Tornado had to rebound.
I didn't see that,
Oh,
man.
He just went flying. I mean, it was blatant.
Yeah, and that's definitely what Hallington's
raising
heck about there.
And he's definitely got a legitimate complaint on that.
So Connor Agler is fouled out. There's only 0.1 to go, so it really doesn't matter at this point, I don't think. Did he call a technical foul or something? I mean, he blew a whistle, then.
I don't know what he's doing.
I have no idea why he blew that whistle. Oh, Agler didn't come out of the ball game. That was his 5th foul.
Oh.
Boy, man. Heath is not happy over there.
No, he's not.
Okay, it's 2 shots, so he gets 2 of them. But again, Cats missing the free throws here in the 4th quarter. It's not going to hurt him, I don't think.
No, it's not.
You can't even get a shot off with .1.
No.
Doesn't matter. Heave. Whew. All right. Oh boy. So tough finish to this ball game for the Tigers. Cats hang on by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
46-45.
You got to thank the lucky stars when you walk out of here with a win like this. Wasn't much part of it pretty. Obviously, the free throw effort was not very good at all.
No.
Both teams played hard. I thought Memorial actually probably played a little bit harder than what we did. But it's tough to win on the road anywhere. It's just a tough situation, for Memorial to come in and try to win.
Right.
But they competed, like we said earlier. It was a typical Memorial team. They weren't going to give up. They were going to play hard, and they did. You got to give our kids credit. I mean, we battled, we fought. We didn't shoot the ball well again. Well, basically from the free throw line.
Right.
But it was a hard-fought game. With a game tomorrow, you don't have, from the coach's standpoint, you don't have a lot of time to make many adjustments between now and tomorrow morning, tomorrow noon. So from that standpoint, we got to come back out ready to play. It's nice to be 2-0 in the conference. You definitely got to be pleased with that.
Mm-hmm.
But you've won 2 conference games and they've both been at home, which that you should win your home games.
Right. Well, and this is just one where both teams were clawing right there towards the end of the 4th quarter. And, again, the big shot was the Carter Mooney 3-pointer, give the Wildcats a lead there. But, man, I'll tell you what, it was just scratching and clawing that whole 4th quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, Memorial only scores 1 bucket, hit 4 free throws in the 4th quarter. That's their scoring there. So they just weren't able to get much going at all.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it was a tough game. I mean, it really was. It's one of those games where, as a fan, you sit here and watch it, and you think neither team really deserves to lose this game, but neither team deserves to win it either.
I agree.
Neither team played exceptionally well, and it's like, well, somebody's going to win.
Yeah.
And Jasper was fortunate enough to come out with 1 more point than what Memorial did, so. Anytime you can pick up a W, you take it.
Breathe a sigh of relief, especially a conference game like that. So
no
that
doubt.
puts the Wildcats 2-0 in the conference. Coming in tonight, Rice was 2-0, Central was 1-0. A number of teams hadn't even played a conference game yet. So, for the Cats to be 2-0, that's a good start for them, really.
Yeah, it is. Like we said, there's not going to be any cupcakes in the conference.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's none. I mean,
Castle's,
Lincoln, I think, struggling this year again. I mean, they're getting pounded in their first 2 games.
Lincoln would probably be the bottom of the conference.
Yeah.
But I saw North was supposed to be pretty good this year, and I saw Wrights this past week just kind of walked all over North.
Yeah.
I think Wrights would probably have to be one of the favorites, in the conference. But that means absolutely nothing. I mean, you have to come out here every night and be ready to play. So we'll just have to continue to work hard and get better. And you don't win a sectional on the 3rd game, 4th game of the year. You learn from your mistakes. What do you have to do to get better? Obviously, I mean, the biggest thing tonight was free throw shooting.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I know that Coach Gable and Albran and all those guys, they work hard on that at practice.
Yeah.
And it comes down to mental toughness and and things like that, you know, kids don't understand, you know, what it takes.
Well, and I tell you what, you're talking about the foul shooting here, and I was just kind of adding up the numbers here. I mean, in each quarter, we went 0 for 1 in the first quarter, 2 for 5 in the second quarter, 3 of 6 in the third quarter, and then 3 of 8 in the fourth quarter. So 6 of 14 in the second half, but 8 of 19. That's 11 free throws. You hit half of those, we're not even worried about a one-point game.
That's exactly right. You know, and that's what, you know, as a coaching staff, I'm sure they'll preach that to these guys that, you know, hey, look at this, you know. And I don't, you know, we don't keep turnovers and we don't have all that stuff,
right.
You know, so we obviously don't know how many turnovers we had. You know, those are opportunities that you didn't even have a chance to get a shot off.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't know what our shooting percentage was either. So it's, you know, it's high school basketball.
Yeah.
That's about all you can really say. I mean,
well, we do know one thing. We scored 46. They scored 45.
We ended up
all
when they shut the scoreboard off tonight. We had one more point than they did. So,
all right. Well, we're going to take a break here. I'm going to let you get off early, buddy, because we got to get right back here in the morning.
I know it.
Early afternoon.
I know it.
Yeah. So the Wildcats will be playing Gibson Southern. Of course, by the time people watch this at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, they'll be ready to come into the gym to watch another game.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right, so we'll take a break. Jasper wins it 46-45 here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here, and we got Jason Albrand. Wildcats win 46-45, and you know, I know we're the Wildcats, we call them the Cats and all that, but man, that was a dogfight tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was a very physical game on both sides, both ends, offense, defense. It wasn't a game for the faint of heart in the lane. Both teams have a lot of pride.
Yeah.
Schools do, and so to beat either one of us, you're going to have to go out there and really be tough and fight tooth and nail. And I thought that both teams did exactly that.
Well, and that's
it wasn't the prettiest of games, but
no. And early on, I mean, I felt like I think both teams only had 4 fouls in the first half in a very physical basketball game, I thought, throughout. And you might as well have been in an octagon out there. But
yeah, you know, they came out and zoned us, and so, you know, typically with playing zone, you're not going to have to put yourself in position to foul as much as you would say man to man. So that's probably one of the reasons they were low on the foul total. But yeah, we got that fourth quarter. It was you dribble in there, you better be sure-handed and strong with the ball, or it was going the other way. So
all right, well, let's talk about that zone. You know, we saw it against Lagodi the other night. Did we make adjustments? Did we execute those adjustments? What do you think our zone offense was?
You know, obviously we're going to have to get better playing the zone. That's 2 teams in a row now, and when you got size, that's one thing that to take it away is the zone and try to keep it out of the lane. So, you know, we worked quite a bit last couple days on it, kind of expecting probably from both teams this weekend a little bit of zone. So put a new little wrinkle in offensively, tried it out tonight, ran it up until about the 4-minute mark, probably in the fourth quarter, and went back to what we tried to run against Lagodi, coming over 1-3-1 set and try to utilize the short corner and get post dives with those guys. And so, you know, at times the ball movement wasn't great. And they did a nice job of, when the ball went from wing to point, that guard was really cheating out, taking that reverse pass to the wing. And so when they do that, our guards have got to get, you know, the courage, the toughness to split that, and they've got to get in there.
Right.
They've got to occupy that wing defender, and either he stops you and then you make the pass, or he doesn't and you're in the lane and you jump stop and you have a 4 or 5 foot jump shot, or maybe you can jump it down to one of your bigs inside. So, you know, something we're going to keep working on. You know, we haven't put a lot of sets in against the zone. You know, I think this time of year we got to learn how to play against it, and we haven't seen a lot of it over the last few years, and so it's an adjustment for our kids. And so, you know, at times I think our interior guys get a little stagnant. They don't want to follow the ball, and they're not sure who to. You know, when you're man to man, you know who to post up. You got the guy guarding you, right? And in the zone, and they went from a 2-3 to a 3-2, and so that changes who you know, a 2-3 zone. We want to post up the middle guy when the ball goes to the wing, because that bottom guy is going to come out.
Yeah.
Sometimes we weren't posting at all. We went to the 3-2, and then now you want to post the opposite big. And so they did a good job of changing, I thought, and we got to do a better job of knowing. I think when you understand how the zone moves is when you can beat the zone. You know when the ball goes from point A to point B in a 2-3 zone, this is the guy that's going to guard the ball, which then opens up this and making this pass. And so we'll continue to work on it, obviously, and we got to get better at it.
All right, well, you talked about your bigs against the zone there and what you wanted to see them do. It seems like a lot of times when people think of a zone defense, well, it should be opening up outside shots for you, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, and especially when, like I said, Memorial was able to extend. It wasn't a compact zone. They didn't have 5 guys with the foot in the paint and just daring us to shoot. So, they had a 6'5" kid in the middle, had some length, and their guards are quick and athletic, and really they had a couple 6'3" guys. So when you got the team, think of Syracuse. They don't really defend the middle much, but they got those long-armed guys that just make it really, really tough to pass around and pass into that interior of the zone.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we got to get better with our guards of being able to have, the toughness, the smarts, whatever you want to call it, or everything, and be able. One time, Michael Beekler sticks out in the first half, did a really nice job. We were 4 out, and he happened to occupy a guard spot and dribbled right down the seam and came to a jump stop and bounced past. And Spencer Engler, I think, at the one time got a layup, I think, to Beekler on the very thing. So, you see that on film. You kind of show them, kind of what you're after, hopefully.
Right. And
you keep practicing it. It kind of sinks in, and you're going to get better at being able to break the zone down.
Right. Talk about your defense. I mean, you held them to only, 46 points. I mean, so when you think about that
they put a lot of guys on the floor that can score, and, that's, it puts the team at a disadvantage because they're a 4-out or 5-out dribble drive, and if you don't contain the ball, well, now you got to help. Now you got to help, and now there's a shooter open. So, first and foremost, you got to contain the basketball and not put us in a position where we have to rotate and help. And really, except for a couple guys on the floor for them, we were not wanting to help, especially on the strong side. What they really want is to come down the strong side seam and have this guy in the corner help. That's the easy pass.
Right.
And we've got to get help from the backside. But I thought, they ran a couple plays. They picked us off and got in the lane. But, they're not real patient, and they shoot a lot of threes, and I think that led to a lot of long rebounds. In the third quarter, they had, memory serves me right, the first 3 possessions, I think they got 3 shots each possession and ended up scoring the third time. So, with a lot of three-point shooting comes a lot of long rebounds, and a couple times we didn't find our guy, or we thought we had him blocked out, and we weren't quite deep enough, and went over our head. And so, but I thought overall the boards ended up, I think, even. And like you said, it was to get a rebound, you had to earn one tonight, and it was physical in there. But we were pretty pleased overall, that we were hoping to hit a couple more free throws down the stretch.
Yeah.
We just got to, it's kind of one of those things that, they shoot them in practice. Yeah, we shoot free throws at practice every day, multiple times a day. To me, it's if you're a good shooter, it's a mindset, and you got to toe the line with confidence and have good thoughts. It can't be I hope it goes in or don't miss, or you got to have the confidence that you're going to let her fly and trust yourself and step in there and hit them. So we definitely could have made our lives a heck of a lot easier down the stretch had we not gone 8 of 21. So.
Yeah.
But good news, we got there 21 times. That's a positive.
Yeah.
But we got to be able to cash those in.
You found 2 other free throws I didn't have. I had 8 of 19.
Okay, well that was our stat, guys. So 8 of 21 sounds worse, so we'll go with 8 of 19. Either one's not good.
And you're talking about free throws. Again, every team works on it, and you've got good shooters that shoot free throws all the time. I mean, Carter Mooney is not a kid that goes 2 of 8 from the line or 2 of 6 or whatever it was here. Again,
and that's right.
He's an outstanding foul shooter.
I think it's well, when do you shoot them? Well, typically after we're doing something up and down when they're winded. We shoot them when they're tired. So that's. I think a lot more than anything else. It's had an old coach of mine that mental is the physical, as 4 is the 1.
Yeah.
80% of the games between the years, and if you don't believe you're going to step in there and make it, and you know how it is. One guy misses one, another guy misses one. It's like, oh God, I don't want to be a guy. It's in baseball. You're sitting there. Nobody gets a hit, and it's a line drive, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's a line drive, and it's contagious, good and bad. So we just got to step up. I think as a coaching staff, the more you talk about it, the bigger deal you make about it to them, it becomes the elephant in the room. And so you address it and you move on and you keep working on it, and you hope they can. I think more than anything, change their mindset as they toe the line.
Yeah. All right. You sure that wasn't Gene Cady who you heard that from?
It wasn't not Gene. It was actually Nick Moroses. It was my.
Oh, I remember Nick.
You probably went to the DePaul quarterback camp.
I did.
DePaul football.
There you go. All right. Well, we don't get much rest.
No, we don't.
And
my
gosh, we got what time is it? Almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing 9:32. Okay,
yeah.
9:32. We got to be back on this floor playing a varsity basketball at 11 or 1:30 tomorrow. So, how in the world do you prepare for that?
Well, it's a the girls are having practice tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You want them to sleep in a little bit. So we're going to probably bring them in here to 10 o'clock to have the gym open to shoot. But the catch in this is tonight's Gibson's first game. So we don't have anything on them.
Oh, that's right.
And they have a new coach.
They're playing Tell City, I think,
and so we're going to get that film tonight. And to come in either tomorrow morning pretty early, the coaching staff will, and we'll look at it and kind of piece together a game plan and meet with them. But we won't do much on the floor, obviously, just the rest of the legs a little bit. But we'll get them out of their beds around 10 and have them shoot, get a bite to eat, and they're in the same boat too. They're playing tonight. I'm not sure if I think they were on the road, so they got a road trip and trip again back here. So both teams are in the same boat. It's just the drawback for us is we have nothing on them, So, and we didn't play them last year because it was a COVID cancellation.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just kind of a unique situation. So,
but new coach, and of course he was at Southridge and all that. So you at least have a little bit of information.
Yeah, we have a little bit of how he likes to do things, so that'll help a little bit. But less than 24 hours later, we'll be back at it. So
most importantly, though, this is a conference win, 2-0 in the conference.
Yeah, you're right. And anytime you win conference games, you gotta be excited, and not always going to be pretty. And conference games aren't easy because people want to win the conference, so those are special games, and they're watching probably more film and more scouting report and more detail, and so we were able to to weather one tonight and not play our best. By any stretch of the imagination, but had it been enough plays. Another good thing I thought, Craig, going back to the Lagodi game, we got down, I think, 15 at one point. Cut it to, I think, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It got back to 11. We cut it down to 5, hit a 3, didn't count.
Right.
So tonight we trailed most of the game. So I think these are games last year we lost.
Yeah.
Games that where, down the stretch we just couldn't find that winning play. And so hopefully we are figuring out, a little bit in last year, although it was a long year and a tough year and a weird year in a million ways, hopefully something that came out of that was a lot of these guys are able to understand how hard it is to win varsity basketball games.
Right.
There are no nights off, and how hard you have to play and how you have to play and know when you have to do certain things. So I thought we didn't hold our head. I think it was 41-38.
Yeah.
Final score was 46-45. So, we down the stretch were able to make a few more plays than they were.
Right. Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Get you some work in, getting ready for tomorrow night, but also get a little rest.
I will. We'll see you.
Thanks. Jason Allbrand, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper with a 46-45 conference win tonight. Huge for the Wildcats to go to 3-1 on the season. So quick rundown of the scoring. Cats were led by Foley's 13, 11 points for Carter Mundi, 6 by Grant Young, 4 by Ernie, 6 by Heichelbeck, 4 and 2 off the bench, and that was Allbrand with 4 and Michael Beekler with 2. For Memorial, they were led by Connor Agler. I had him with 17 points. He was the only player in double figures for them. So Memorial drops to 1-2. Jasper improves to 3-1, and again, we'll be playing tomorrow at 1:30 tip-off for the varsity game. JV's at 12, and Tanner, he's out there working on free throws, and smart young man to do that. So he can be ready for that ball game tomorrow. Jason Stamm, thank you for the color commentary. Jeremy Markos, awesome on the camera. My name is Craig Schneider. Cats win at 46-45 here on 18 WJTS. Good night.